Okay, here we go. This is still Chapter 7-4 continued. Today what we're going to be talking about is the change of base formula. The change of base formula is used, to create, evaluate any logarithm that you absolutely have. Any logarithm that you have. So with that said, if I have a log base b of m, and I can't calculate log base b, and I want to change my log base b to a log base c, then the m stays at the top, and the base b, what we had, goes to the bottom. Now, it's a very easy concept, and you're probably sitting here saying, computer, why would you want to do that? Okay, well, here's why. On Inspire calculators, whenever you hit the log key, it allows you to use any base that you want. You with me? If you go back to your home school where they do not have the TI Inspires, which I don't think any of them do currently, they're going to use a calculator like the 84 or the 83s, and whenever you hit log, it automatically is understood to be log base 10. Which means you can only use a base of 10 whenever you're doing calculations. We all understand that. Because your calculator will not allow you to use any other base. But ours allows us to do that. So if I plug this in, Control W. If I have a calculator page here and I type in here, control log of 81 my base 27. I get this, 0.75. Well, what is 0.75 as a fraction?
3/4.
3/4. It's 3 over 4, correct? Which means, can your brain possibly be able to come up with that? No. Yes, your brain can fathom what 3/4 of a candy bar is, because I can. Okay? Which means, my question to you is can I express 81 differently? Can I express 81 as a prime number to a power? What is it? 9 is not a prime number, but it is 9 squared. Something squared. Something to the fourth, you mean?
I don't think I have memorized.
3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. So how many 3's do I have to make 81? I have 4. So 81 is actually 3 to the 4th. Can I express 27? 27 is 3 cubed. Do we see that? So what is in common between those? So wouldn't it be nice to express this thing as to have a base of 3 rather than a base of 81? Yeah. Absolutely. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this whole thing have log base 3 over log base 3 by using the change of base formula. And the reason why is because we want to make this thing easy to calculate. So we're going to have log base 3 of 27, which stays in the top, and then 81, which goes to the bottom. Now, what did I say 27 was? It was 3 cubed. And what did I say 81 was? 3 to the 4th. Now, what did we learn yesterday about exponents? What did I learn about yesterday about exponents? They go in the front and they're attached by what operation? So this is actually going to be 3 log base 3 of 3 over 4 log base 3 of 3. And what else did we learn about yesterday of log base 3 of 3? And it's 1. That this whole thing turns into be a 1, and what are you left with? 3/4, which is 0.75, which is what we came up with on the calculator. Now, is that beneficial for us? Well, absolutely is very beneficial because we can calculate that without any problems. Okay? Now, look at this one over here. 5 of 36. Is that going to be very easy to do on this one? Well, 5 is simply 5 to the 1st. 5 squared is 25, and 5 cubed is 125. Now, if I set this thing up as an equation and set that thing equal to x, can I write that as an exponential? I can't. So this says 5 raised to what power is equal to 36? Well, is it ever going to be raised to a power to make that equal to 36? I'm sorry, I just kind of lost my place. Is it ever going to be raised to a power? No, but can you tell me what numbers it's between?
25 and 125.
It's between 25 and 125. So it's between 2 and 3, right? And it's very, very, very close to what value, though? It's going to be very close to 5 squared, which is the 2. So it's between the values 2 and 3. Because remember, we're looking for a power. Now, are we going to use a log base 5 here? We can't. 36 cannot be expressed with 5 to a power, can it? So what base are we forced to use? I'm sorry? I heard it. 10. We're forced to use log base 10 over log base 10. Now, where does the 5 go and where does the 36 go?
Sorry.
I'm sorry? The 36 goes on top and the 5 goes on the bottom. Now, what do I not like about the way this thing is written right now?
You can't divide them.
I shouldn't see the 10s because the 10s are understood to what?
Yeah.
To be there.
Exactly what I'm
So the
thinking.
10s are understood to be there, so this is log of 36 over log of 5. And what am I forced to grab now?
A number.
I have to grab the calculator, and the reason why is because I cannot calculate this without it. So I have control 10, which is going to be log base 10 of 36, all over control 10 to the x. That gives me a 10 here, and this gives me a 5. And what does that give me?
Whoa,
A
dang.
really ugly number.
2.22657. Is it surprise us? No, because we talked about that. We said that it's going to be between the value 2 and 3, right? And we said it was going to be closer to which value? To 2, because 5 squared is 25. And 25 is much closer to 36 than what 125 is, which is closer to 3. Okay, so this gives you 2.22. Like that. Okay, now what is the value of each expressed using the change of base formula? Now tell me, can I express 8 as a prime number to an exponent? 2 to the third. So 8 is equal to 2 cubed. What about 32? Two to the what? 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32. So 2 to the 5th. So what I have here is what's in common between these two things? They both have a 2. So what do I want my new base to be? A 2. So I want this to be log base 2 over log base 2. So I want this to be log base 2 of 32 over log base 2 of 8. Now what is 32? 2 to the 5th. And what is 8?
2 thirds.
What happens in log world when you have exponents?
1 out.
What happens in log world when you have exponents?
Hang on for
They go out in front. So this is going to be 5 times log base 2 of 2 over 3 log base 2 of 2. And what happens to log base 2s?
cancel out now.
Those are going to give you 5/3. Do we see that, yay or nay?
You have to do that stuff.
What?
You have to do that stuff right now.
So do the 5/3?
To put in front.
I'd like you to.
If you're like 36 or 32 and the 8, does the bigger number go on top?
That's not. Big number goes on top. The previous base goes on the bottom. Okay. Does that make sense? That's the level tables they got me guys. Okay, log base 4 of 18. Now you tell me, can I express 4 as a number to a power? How about 18? No, that's not helpful. This is going to be 2 times 9, which is going to be 2 times 3 squared. Is that helpful? No, since we can't really do anything with that, what do I need to do? What base should I use? You should use a base 10. Okay? So if I'm going to use a base of 10, keeping in mind before I move on, can I know what the answer is going to be approximately? 4 to the first is 4. 4 squared is 16. 4 cubed is, what's 16 times 4?
It's 64.
16 times 4.
64.
Oh,
That's
scary
first
sometimes.
time.
Now, I want to know if I'm doing a simple ACT test or something like that, okay? The log base 4 of 18 is very close to what value? Is it close to 1, 2, or 3? It's close to 2 because 18 and 16 are very close together. Do we understand that? And since I know I can't calculate this, I have to use a base of 10, I now know that my number should be a little bit larger than what? The value 2. So now I'm going to say that this is log base 10 of 18 over log base 10 of 4. Now, what is ugly about that? I shouldn't have the 10s there. The 10s are simply there to make sure you guys are with me on that. And so now I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to type that in. So control 10 to the x, 10 of 18, arrow to the right.
But you sit up straight, you can see.
And then control 10, log base 10 of, what was it? 4. And it's 2.08496. Were we right that it's between 2 and 3? Were we right? Yes. So 2.08.
If to get that answer, we have to use a calculator, and on the calculator, we have to type the 10. Then why do we get rid of the 10 on our paper? Because that's just really confusing.
Okay, because our calculators are the only calculators that allow you to choose any base that you want.
Exactly.
I could make this, put you in press to test mode, put you in test mode where you have no base but 10.
That's not nice.
I understand that, but that's why I'm making you continue to do that. Okay? All right, so now, log base 9 of 11. Log base 9 of 11. Do they have anything in common, 9 and 11? No. Morgan, I'm sorry to bother you, but I'd really appreciate it since you weren't here yesterday and they weren't very long. Do you think you could pay attention today?
No.
Don't talk to other people though. Shh.
Already have
Don't
it.
look her way. I'm not kidding. 9 to the first is 9. 9 squared is 81. What is this outcome going to be close to? 1 or 2? It's going to be closer to 1. And the reason why is because it's closer to the value. 11 is closer to 9 than what it is to 81. So now I know I don't have a power close enough to use. So I'm going to have to use the change of base formula. Log base 10 of 11 over log base 10 of 9. So this is log of 11 over log of 9. So if I'm using that, I need to go right to my calculator and type that in. And what do you guys get? I'm going to arrow up. And I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to cheat, and I'm just going to change the numbers.
Okay, well,
How do you do that?
Arrow up twice and hit enter.
stretch.
And that's going to give you 1.09. Do we see that, yay or nay?
I was just doing homework without the calculator.
Determine if this is true or false. Justify your answer. True. Okay, what do I do? True or false? How do I determine this? When you see division, what operation should you be thinking of? Subtraction. So the log of 3 over 5 is the same thing as saying the log base 3 minus log base 5. Is that true or false? That's a true statement that I have written down, but does that equal log of 3 divided by log of 5? No, that's never going to equal that, so this is going to be false. They are not the same whatsoever. Okay, do we all understand that? Okay, what else do you know? Any this right here. Chemistry!
It's not in chemistry for a reason, Miss Yoder.
I already took chemistry and almost had it for.
It's a good thing that it's just not that accepted, and it's not really chemistry.
Okay, I'm good then.
The pH of a substance equals negative log of H plus, where H plus is the concentration of hydrogen ion. We learned about this already, right? We already talked about that pH is equal to negative log of H plus. And what were we given whenever we solved this problem before? Whenever we used this formula before, what were we given? You were given your pH, correct?
Yeah.
And we were solving for H plus. I'm gonna move her back. Okay? Now, H plus of A for household ammonia is 10 to the negative 1. So H plus A is 10 to the negative 11. Meaning it's ammonia. Now, last time we were given the pH, and we had to find the H plus value, correct? This time it's the opposite way around. And it says the household H plus V for vinegar is equal to 6.3 times 10 to the negative 3. What is the difference of the pH level of ammonia and vinegar? What is the difference? So what are we doing? You're subtracting. So we want the pH of ammonia minus the pH of the vinegar. Do we understand that? That's what we want. The pH of the ammonia minus the pH of the vinegar. Well, do we know the pH of either one of them? No, but we know the formula. So this is going to be negative log of our H plus of A minus our log of our H plus of our V. Do we see that? Actually, I just dropped my negative. Why did I lose that negative there? Because what's the formula for pH? It is negative right there. Do we see that? So we're subtracting because it's the difference between the two. Now what is H plus A? Hydrogen ions for ammonia. What is that? For the ammonia, it's going to be 10 to the negative 11. And for the vinegar, it's going to be 6.3 times 10 to the negative 3. Do we see that? Yay or nay? Now, what do you do with minus a negative? What does that become? It becomes a positive. Now, how is the 6.3 and the 10 attached? So in log world, what is multiplication? Addition. So this is going to be negative log of 10 to the negative 11 plus log of 6.3 plus log of 10 to the negative 3. And what do I do with my exponent? Put them in front. You put them in front. So a negative times negative 11 of log of 10 plus log of 6.3 plus negative 3 log of 10. Now what's negative times negative 11?
Positive 11.
Positive 11 log of 10 of 10. Okay, now what should you know automatically? Log base 10 of 10 becomes what value? That becomes 1. So this right now becomes 1, and this becomes 1. So I have 11 minus 3 plus log of 6.3. What is 11 minus 3? 8. Now, can we calculate the log of 6.3? Can we calculate that?
Sure.
Not by hand. We have to actually use the calculator. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the calculator, and you're going to do 8 plus the log of base, 8 plus the log base 10 of 6.3. And what does that give you? 8.79. So the pH of this together, the difference of them is 8.8. That's the 8.8 is where you get the difference in pH. Now, tonight's homework.
I don't want to hear it. 6 days left of my senior year, and we started something new today. So, y'all have 2 more days.
Don't give me things to not look forward to, Kayla. I was having a decent, not really, kind of decent day.
Talk next year.
They wouldn't let me get blood so I could go to the assembly because I didn't know when it was. Honey, I am O negative, they need my blood.
Okay, excuse me. I still have 3 minutes remaining.
Oh, then she's gonna use it with me.
You got it, I'm gonna use them.
Who'd have thought? Okay, honey, I'm in business.
31. Log base 4 of 32. Can I express 4 and 32 to have the same base? Yes, I can. That can be 4 is 2 squared and 32 is what? 2 to the 5th. So how do I want to write this? What is base do I want to use?
2.
A 2. So I want this to be log base 2 of 32 over log base 2 of 4. And what do we know 32 to be? Log base 2 of 2 to the 5th over log base 2 of 2 squared. What happens with those powers? They come out front. Those cancel out to get you 5 over 2. Okay, so now number 32. Log base 3 of 5. Can I express those to have a same power?
No.
Base of power. No, so what base do I have to use? Log base 10. So this is going to be the log of 5 over the log of 3. And if you come over to your calculator and you calculate that, and I'm cheating again. This was going to be a 5 over 3, and what does that give you? 1.46.
So the question comes out again, how do you?
We're going to have to do them tomorrow in class, or you're going to have to come in front of me. Oh. There are, on my calculator, on my phone, I actually have a log button.
Oh, well, you have a smartphone and I
Yeah.
don't, so.
I
Try
don't
again.
have a dumb phone.
Okay, log 39 you should be able to do. 40 through 43 you should be able to do. Turn it over and look at 44 through 55. It says use the properties to solve. What this means is you're going to have to condense this bad boy. Okay? Condense it and see if you can get it to work out. Monday we'll go over and answer any questions you have. Be ready to take a quiz over this section by Tuesday.
I love how you always give us tests after the weekend when you know I'm gonna forget everything.